Hi, I'm Matt Benjamin. Welcome to Future First Fridays. I want to start with explaining a little bit about who I am and why I'm running for Boulder City Council. I've lived in Boulder 16 years and live with my wife and my 2-year-old son Mason, and we live in South Boulder. We've chosen this place because it fits a lot of the characteristics and things that we care about. We care about being near open space. We care about that wild urban interface. We also care about having that access to going down to downtown Denver to see a Rockies game, see the Broncos. I also like being able to get down south to hop on I-70 to go skiing. So being in South Boulder for me is this sort of corridor to be able to bridge all these great places that I like to be. Hop downtown rather easily. It's this nexus for how my family likes to live their lives. I spent the last 12 years working at the University of Colorado as an astronomer and running educational programs at Fisk Planetarium. This has taught me a lot over the years about the community. Hundreds of thousands of people have come through the planetarium over my years, and I've seen people from 5 to 50 to 80 come through. See a lot of turnover of young students, but when you see people in the community that have lived in Boulder 40 years, in some cases didn't even know that that place existed, it's a chance to really get to know them on a personal level of why they live in Boulder and why are they here, and compare that to the reasons that maybe why I'm here or why you live in Boulder. And so maybe it's worth me explaining to you, now why am I running for City Council? We all seem to love this place, we have our reasons for being here. But why me? Why now? Well, the reason for being here now is because as a young father and as a husband, I realize that it's important for us to put our future first. It's our generation's time to lead the change we envision for this world, and we can't wait. What we see at the national level and the state level is not exciting our generation to want to be a part of that process and lead that change. And therefore, it's hard for us to take ownership of building a world or building a future for our children and our grandchildren. So that's why the time is now for myself and hopefully others to grab the reins of change and steer it in a direction that benefits future generations. That's why I'm really at the core running here. Now, what are some of the issues that are driving me specifically here in Boulder to run? The three main things are effective governance, affordable housing, and energy. Effective governance is the umbrella from which we gauge the success or failure. Really, it also enables the skilled people we hire and vote and we elect to City Council to do great things. The issues that we're going to discuss during this campaign are all really enabled by that effective governance. How well can we set our goals, use science and evidence-based decision-making to set a process in achieving those goals? Those are the lessons I've learned as a scientist and working with the world's best researchers at CU Boulder. And that's what I want to bring as a moderating force to sort of limit and scale back the polarization that we've seen in our community. And underneath that umbrella are two core issues: affordable housing and energy. Affordable housing is critical. It's an issue, it's a need that we have now, and it's a need we will continue to have into the future. This is something that's near to me as someone in my mid-30s. I really care about people, young working families. I'm a young working family. We are young working families, my wife and I, along with others, and they're being squeezed. I've got countless friends that have had to move out of Boulder, maybe never to return. And that's an unfortunate state of affairs, that people that make really good salaries, have young kids, contribute to their community, can't have a part or place in Boulder. In many ways, that's kind of what we've liked about Boulder. It's part of that vibrancy we've always talked about. And we're pushing out a lot of people, not by intention, but by virtue of just the situation that we're in. And that is unfortunate. And so I'd like to see us really take some concrete steps to provide a diversity of affordable housing across the spectrum of those that are low income to middle income, and really preserving opportunities for the middle class. Again, a healthy community provides an economic ladder for people to work their way up and not have to change locations, not have to move their kids from one district to another. It's that stability while still being able to move through the economic ladder, which is part of the American dream that our parents and our grandparents were afforded. And I think it's time that we create that opportunity for folks here in Boulder as well, and young working families, not only now, but to come. And that really leads me to energy. Energy, in many ways, is sort of the epitome of putting our future first. Focusing on renewable energy and reducing our greenhouse gas emissions are a critical local, regional, national, and global step to limit and hopefully reverse the impacts of climate change. That will be the defining issue for my child and my grandchildren, and maybe even their grandchildren. And so I think we really need to tackle that in a responsible way. And one of the things that we've kind of got caught in here is we've set a goal for climate action and our climate goals, but we haven't really applied a suite of options, an array of solutions to try to achieve that. This is the defining issue for the next century, and we should be putting every option on the table in the pursuit of reaching those goals, whether it is a small solution, a medium, or a large-scale one, like the municipal utility. No option should be left unused, untried, or untested. And I want to bring that sort of variety to how we tackle climate change and how we truly achieve our goals in renewable energy and reducing our greenhouse gas emissions. Thank you.